Everyone. So I'm Dika and this is
I'm Alif.
and today we'll be discussing on businesses becoming digitalized, specifically during the COVID-19 period. So Alif, what is your take on businesses becoming digitalized?
All right. From my point of view, business becoming digitalized is traditional business where involves a lot of physical interaction between one another. From consumer to the seller, face to face, and now being changed into more of a technological era that involves a lot of being online. Meaning they don't have to be face to face. There's not much physical interaction. In fact, there's no physical interaction, just online. Everything is in your hand. So, from my point of view, that is the take of being businesses becoming digitalized.
So you're saying is that they're changing their strategy to become more online, have an online presence, right? And I actually agree on that because I have seen some businesses such as Zara who has seen an online sales surge to 95% in April, and then delivery platforms such as Jaya Grocer, Maiden, Tesco, who have seen such a huge increase on their digital platforms being used because ever since MCO happened, they can't really go out.
Everything being online, I would say, I would say from the point of view of an employer organization. So, since citizens are not allowed to be out, or I mean, like their movement are being restricted, they have to take the work instead of going to work. So they
Mhm.
can't go to work, so they bring the work home. So
Yeah.
yes, work from home. Uh, Dika, do you have anything to say about work from home?
Student, I could feel the challenges of time flexibility and how there isn't a fine line between when to do work and when to do
Mhm,
school work. Because
mhm,
when it was before MCO and everything wasn't online, they had a specific time when to go to school and then come back from school to have their own personal life. And
mhm.
as a business person, you guys have that as well. Like, you go like before MCO, you go to work, you do your own work stuff and whatnot, and then after that, you have your family time, you have your personal life.
There's technically pro and con in the working from home, but in my point of view, I say it's a con because there will be too much work and this and you notice that uh, the barrier between life at home and life at work is becoming thinner and thinner. Yeah, you see just now it's hard to balance between it and you get confused.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my point of view would
Yeah.
be it's a con.
And I guess saying from like you're saying on the con of business becoming digitalized, right? I think
Mhm,
another con is that people have more like going back to the whole delivery, buying things online.
mhm,
People have more fear in buying other what other people are buying, which I can relate it to Mawson's model of mass panic buying, where when they see like a mass majority buying a specific product, for example, like right now is tissue rolls and face masks, they have the need to buy that thing on for themselves. Like for example, when someone is staying alone or at home, they don't really need a face mask, right? If they're not going out. But
mhm.
then because other people are buying it,
It's an advantage for sellers or organizations that provide masks. It's unethical actually, but because sometimes you know ethics money, so they took
like
the advantage of the mask
yeah,
panic
they're
buying.
taking advantage of that fear, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We take advantage of that fear. So some organizations they exploit the opportunity to the extent where they increase the price of the mask. Before MCO, it was just 2 ringgit per mask, and then it
Hmm.
increased until 4 ringgit per mask. Imagine the percentage of increase from that prices. So
So
I was
all in all, what is your final take on businesses becoming digitalized? Because what we discuss is that there are pros and cons of businesses becoming
mhm.
digitalized, right? So what is your final take on that?
My final take for my stance, I would say business digitalization apologies is a really great opportunity for organizations to evolve or to transit to a new whole era because the world is changing. It's constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. So now we are really focused on technologies. So as we all know, the power of everything right now is just in the palm of our hand. You can
Mm-hmm.
just order anything, you can do anything with your palm of your hand. So when businesses go digitalized, it's really big opportunity where they could reach to a lot of potential consumers instead of the traditional way they use physical interactions.
Yeah, and
What
I
your sources?
actually, yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think it is a good thing that businesses are becoming digitalized now, because at the end of the day, it will eventually have an online presence. It will have to become digitalized because of
Mhm.
how the world is changing to become more technological, right? And it is just time for them. I guess like COVID actually was a push for them
Mhm.
become
True.
digitalized, and businesses has used businesses has used this to their advantage, because they know that consumers are online right now. They can't really get out. So yeah,
Yeah,
I guess that is all for our discussion. Do you have anything else to say, or we
I think that's all.
okay, so
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Thank you. Bye.